Solo queuing ranked to Diamond in the finals may be the hardest thing you will ever do in your life.
Fortune might have it that I possess 8 cheat codes that will instantly make you a better player that can finally tell their mom that they achieved greatness.
These 10 cheat codes will not only get you to Diamond, they will make you so famous that Taylor Swift will break up with Travis Kelce for you. Imagine rolling into your job tomorrow telling everyone you're dating Taylor Swift, and more importantly, that you're Diamond in the finals. If you want this life, I suggest you watch until the end of this video.
Alright, let's be real. Sometimes the lottery system, that is the finals matchmaking, gives you teammates that have the skill level of a napkin. The first cheat code that will increase your odds of seeing that glorious qualified screen is to have a positive mindset. Instead of mauling at your teammates for frolicking through respawn timers, focus on making strategic plays each and every time an opportunity is presented. This will lead to more fights being won, cash outs being stolen, and Taylor Swift looking in your direction. The next cheat code to becoming a solo queue ranked legend is understanding the pacing of the game. You can be Shroud on Adderall after he jumped out of an airplane, but if you do not understand the pacing of the game, you will see fame points being deducted from you faster than James Charles losing Instagram followers after his unfortunate decision to groom young boys. Players who understand when to push a cash out versus when to play on the outskirts to avoid a dreaded minus 30% team wipe will reach the promised land. Sometimes leaving a cash out brawl that is more intense than when the zombies siege Jerusalem in World War Z is the only chance to win. Diamond players should be able to recognize that the percent chance of reaching the next round is greater if the decision is made to play for the next cash out rather than the one that is currently being surrounded. The next cheat code is acknowledging the training ground as your best friend. The training ground is the place where some top 500 players claim they learned how to control the recoil of their gun, when in reality they're just using a recoil script that aims the weapon for them. In all seriousness, the training ground is actually super useful for learning recoil patterns of your favorite weapons. Mastering recoil patterns will make you so good at the game that you'll brag about it to your friends, family, and even your pets. Furthermore, the training ground is a great place to learn how to window jump, perfect melee mechanics, and figure out how Tom Brady looks exactly like handsome Squidward. Everybody will ooh and ah as you demonstrate perfected mechanics as you deposit that sweet, sweet cash into your bank account. Movement is what separates the finals from every other FPS game. The ability to outplay enemies through movement mechanics is a concept that truly separates the men from the boys. Perfecting the window jump mechanic, which can be done by any class, is vital for catching enemies by surprise. Using jump pads on slanted roofs to vroom vroom across the map for better positioning will instantly increase your odds of qualifying each round. Ziplines are excellent for moving the entire squad to high ground quickly in unison. Grappling hooks are good for trolling your teammates by sitting on a roof 15 miles away from the cash out with a sniper while you watch every other team steal your dreams of becoming a Diamond Finals player. Dash is good if you are insanely cracked at FPS games and don't mind dying to the faintest arrow to the knee. This next cheat code to becoming a god at solo queuing ranked in the finals is understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each class. The strength of a light class is that it excels at guerrilla warfare. Utilizing the highest base speed in the game to weave in and out of combat like the Flash to disrupt enemy pushes or even confuse the enemy team defenses is the bread and butter of lights. Solo queue Diamond Light players should practice staying alive while circling around the enemy team positions to introduce chaos to each and every encounter. The Glitch Grenade, a gadget that only Light has access to, is one of the best gadgets in the finals because of its potential to nullify some of the meta compositions. Anyone who has played the finals extensively is well aware of the cancer that is triple medium comms running healing beam or turrets, or even worse, the double heavy nuking sweaty gaming warlords who definitely still live in their mom's basement. The Glitch Grenade is excellent for disabling these specializations and gadgets, making way for you and your team to launch an attack. The most notable strength of a Light for a solo queue player is the stun gun. The ability to deny an attempt to steal your money for 3.5 seconds is something a Light player needs to master if they want any chance to see ranked tournament winners on their screen. The weakness of the Light class, and by golly gee is it a big weakness, is that other players can sneeze in your direction and you're staring at a respawn timer wondering where it all went wrong. Getting in a 1v1 with a medium or heavy of equal skill to you will 9 times out of 10 result in death. Solo queue Light players looking to climb the diamond should be able to utilize their strengths to the full potential while juggling their fragile 150 base HP. Whether you are a mechanical gaming warlord chopping up
enemies left and right with a sword, or a meta abuser running the XP54, solo queue light players need to be vigilant for enemy team positions in order to take full advantage of their strengths. The medium class is the most popular class in the game for a reason. The ability to revive a fallen teammate and get them up to full HP within milliseconds is unquestionably the most broken aspect of the finals. Solo queue ranked medium players should always have a defib to revive the napkins on your team who think they are God's greatest gift to humanity. The medium class has access to the best utility in the game while having a solid amount of health at 250. The FCAR and the model are some of the best weapons in the game. Solo queue ranked medium players looking to climb to diamond should be able to use the tremendous utility available in combination with some of the best weapons in the game to control every situation presented. Other than the inability to quickly destroy structures, the medium class does not have any weaknesses. Embark, if you are watching this, please nerf medium. In my opinion, heavy is the easiest class to carry solo queue ranked. The dome shield, in combination with the 350 base HP, gives the heavy class the potential to 2v1 or even 3v1 enemy squads. The most controversial mechanic in the game, the Nugaroni, has the strong ability to insta-kill any class. The RPG is free damage that solo queue heavy players should abuse to acquire those precious fame points. I apologize to the Fortnite players. I mean, the Gugung fanatics out there, but mesh shields are easily the best specialization for heavy players. It creates instant protection for you and your napkin teammates to shoot at the enemy. Charge and slam is something I would not recommend if you're solo queuing ranked, just because of its tendency to leave you in the graveyard watching your teammates miss every single shot. The downside of heavy is that you are slower than your significant other getting ready to go somewhere. Players of the medium and light class are constantly looking to expose this slowness, so being ready to use the explosives available to the heavy class is crucial to becoming a GOAT. The heavy shotgun and the Lewis gun are definitely the meta weapons for the heavy class, so abusing them like an absolute gremlin should skyrocket your fame points. The next cheat code that is instrumental for seeing a sparkly diamond next to your username is breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Being patient in the finals is a skill that many players are simply not very good at. This is an objective-based game, meaning that players who have the most cash at the end of the game will advance, not those who drop 25 kills. Being patient while analyzing the best method of approaching each cash out is vastly more important than running around taking every fight possible. Look, if you had an opportunity to seize everything you've ever wanted and more, would you capture it or run around like Michael Myers murdering everything in sight? All I'm saying is players who are patient while solo queuing ranked are far more likely to get the girl of their dreams. The next cheat code that will increase your odds of becoming a solo queue diamond king is to utilize the ping system. Pings are the only way to communicate with your teammates in the finals. Because of this, learning how to ping quickly is crucial to strategizing with your random napkin teammates. Making the correct decision and then relaying that decision effectively to your teammates through the ping system is what makes a good solo queue player into a bona fide superstar. The final cheat code to mastering solo queuing in the finals is utilizing the carryables around the map. Carryables are free gadgets available to every player in the game. The players that utilize these carryables effectively are more likely to advance than players who disregard the canisters like they're spoiled milk. The red canister can blast a hole through most of the structures in the game, opening another angle of attack. The gas canister can deny an area for an extensive amount of time, which is insanely useful for dislodging enemy defenses or stalling an enemy attack. The fire canister is pretty much only useful for removing gas. The goo canister is an underrated tool to provide instant protection from enemies catching you off guard. As a solo queue player, I would recommend holding on to any goo canister you see to prevent enemies catching you off guard. I am not gonna lie, I just unveiled the secret of the universe for you. Are you gonna apply these cheat codes to your future solo queue ranked endeavors? Or are you gonna slip back into your old habits crying to your mommy because you have the skill of a napkin? The choice is yours. Napkin out.